All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the fourth. Is it fourth now? Yeah, fourth episode of the Talking Fit podcast. Woo!
Yay!
Round of applause. We've done well. We're up to episode 4. Just want to say thanks for all the support again. Shout out to everyone.
Hello again.
But little PSA, we need to bump the numbers up. Last episode didn't do as good as the first two.
Yeah,
there was all hype around us
what?
dropping the podcast. But no, it's been good still, the support.
It's still been really good.
But do your role. Do your role.
Show up.
And share it. Share the podcast around. Tell everyone about it. Your mum, your dad, your nan, whatever. Everyone just get onto it.
We're still on the noble quest to get famous enough to not work 9 to 5s.
All right. And a little PSA too. Again, we had tried to record this episode last night at the university and got kicked out halfway through.
My God.
So it's a bit of a pain in the ass because we didn't know that the uni was closing at 10 that night.
Don't get us started on the university.
We're pissed off. We're very pissed. That's now 2 times I've tried to film there and it's failed.
They can suck a fat one.
But producer Nick's come in clutch, using his house again. Frankly, it's better set up, but
yeah, it's better anyway.
Yeah,
Stupid.
Can use it whenever it's available. So it's good.
Uni's a scam.
Yeah, it is good.
That's the vibe that we're starting. With.
But today is leg exercise tier list. So we've got a tier list that we're going to go through, and we're going to rank
leg exercises.
Yes, we're going to rank I'm
so excited.
All the different leg exercises.
This is going to be a series, by the way.
Yes.
In the following weeks, we'll have one
for
on
chest,
back day,
arms, back,
chest,
and
shoulders.
That's it, I think. And shoulders. Yeah, true. I forgot shoulders. So yeah,
we'll have tier lists for those
for every body part, and we'll just keep putting our opinions out there on things to do with the gym. So,
but today's is legs, which is good because legs is so good. I love it.
Yeah, leg day, the king of all days. I feel like it's the most humbling. It's definitely the most humbling.
Agreed.
Of all days, because it's a love-hate relationship. No one loves it. No one hates it. Purely.
No,
but people love and hate it.
No, it is a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
you have to hate it.
Nothing hurts more than when you've
love it.
Absolutely smashed your legs on leg day.
It's the worst because it's the biggest muscle to work, but it's so satisfying because you always are exhausted at the end of a leg day.
Yeah, if you can relate, I always have the thought whenever I'm doing legs, I'm really jealous of everyone who's training upper body that day. And I just want to be them. And I just don't want to do legs on the day. I'm just like,
legs is the most taxing, for
freak's sake. Grace and I actually do tier lists for fun sometimes. We have on foods and just like stuff at home before.
Oh yeah, we've done so many tier lists.
So we love tier lists. So we're gonna try do as many tier lists as possible that's related to the gym. Because they're actually quite fun to do. I don't know why, but I like doing them. It's weird.
But before we do this, what are your actual thoughts on leg day? Do you?
What do you mean?
Do you really
At the moment, I hate it. I used to love it. It was my favorite day at one point.
Yeah, your current thoughts.
But
you hate it.
Yeah, I like it because it's the one area I'm the strongest in because I have. My genetics are just I have stronger legs.
What's your favorite
body.
leg exercise then?
Probably, it'd be I reckon leg extensions. It'd be leg extensions.
They're solid.
Leg extensions are just the nicest feeling. Leg curls can be alright too, but leg extensions incline leg press. But I hate doing that. I just have to do it because it's just the best. But no, I'd say I like. Leg extensions are the best. What about you?
Is a dub.
I know what you're going to say.
Obviously,
is
hip thrust.
Such a girl.
What do you mean? It's so good. I can't do a leg day without doing hip thrust. It's just it feels illegal.
Yeah, no, it is. It's all right. When I was doing them, they were all right. But we'll save our thoughts for now. Before we get the leg tier list up. Yeah. Right,
okay,
cool.
The leg tier list is on the computer.
All right. Actually, you know what? Just quickly before we do, Grace.
Yeah.
What do you do? What does your leg day consist of normally?
My leg day?
Yeah.
Oh, my leg day. I do legs twice a week.
What's the staple sort of leg?
So on my first leg day, I'll either do hip thrusts, leg press.
Yeah.
Bulgarians or RDLs, either one of those.
Solid, yeah.
And then I'll do leg extensions and hamstring curls.
Yeah, yeah.
And then on the second day, my legs are normally still a little bit fried. So I'll do hip thrusts, incline press, leg extensions, leg curls, calves.
Right, yeah.
My leg days are really simple, but I'd be lying to you if I said some weeks I don't go in there, just do hip thrusts, incline, extensions, curls, and then I go home.
Yeah.
I will actually do that.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's one you don't have to overcomplicate because it's leg movements are just simple. Like you don't need to be doing too much on your leg days. Not gonna
lie, I try and keep it at around 4 or 5 exercises.
Yeah, and look, my thoughts are you only need to train legs honestly once a week at the most. Once a week. If you do it properly, if you're doing your leg days properly, once a week. I train them on Tuesday and they're still sore today and it's a Friday.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Every week you need it just once a week. It's the one group that I reckon it's just because it's so big that if you do it properly, you should only have to train once a week, I reckon. Yeah. Go hard on that one leg day.
Don't you train chest twice a week?
Yeah, but it's different. It's different. It's different.
Yeah,
different muscle. Different muscle.
Yeah. What's your leg day?
My leg day. So I'll always start now with calf raises because it's a nice warm up. I didn't used to, but I would do seated calf raises, sort of heavy for 3 sets. And then, I then go to I'll either do, at the moment I'm trying to do straight leg deadlifts or RDLs, or realistically, I feel like it's, some days I do RDLs, some days I do straight leg. I actually don't really know the big difference between it. And I'll do 3 sets of that heavy, probably around 8 reps or so. And then I'll go straight to incline leg press and I've got it actually filmed. I have I work up to 3 sets sort of heavier. And then on the last set, I'll do a big sort of drop set. I'll drop the plate sort of one at a time almost and just keep pushing until I literally can't move my legs anymore. And then I do extensions and then curls, leg curls. But as you can tell, neither of us squat.
Oh yeah, no, squatting is an L.
Yeah.
Don't love it.
But we're going to start now with the tier list because we'll save the rest of our opinions on the movements for...
Moral of the story is less is best for legs, right?
Yeah.
You only need to be doing 4 or 5 exercises, let's be honest.
Those preach. All right.
Okay, we're going to get started with the tier
First
list
one.
now.
And we'll just clarify for those listening. The tiers are, so from top to bottom, goated is the best, then top tier, then solid, then meh, and then get in the bin. So there's 5 tiers in total.
There's 5 tiers.
So goated, top tier, solid, meh, and get in the bin.
So, all right, shall we begin?
Open us up, Grace. No, I reckon prone or the laying hamstring curls. I'd give it top tier. I don't know if I give it goated, but I give it top tier. and it's not on the same level as seated.
Wait, hold up.
I'll give it. I'd put it in the top tier. It's
not
way
solid.
Better. It's top tier. It's good.
You
can control the eccentrics way better on it. You can.
It's not. Yeah, it's good. It's just not as good as
way more stable. It's way more comfortable. Better squeeze.
You know
better
what?
pump.
Fine. It's going in top tier.
Yeah, it's top tier.
It's top tier.
It's not goated.
It's
could
definitely
push for
not.
it.
It's definitely not goated.
Could push for it,
it's
but
no way.
I'd give it top tier.
All right, next one.
What?
Good mornings.
Good mornings. What the actual fuck is a good morning?
That is foul. Good mornings are foul.
Good
night. Get in the bin.
It's for your hamstrings, is it not?
Yeah.
Is it? It's like a reversed RDL kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's where the barbell's on your back, right?
It's a load of shit, basically.
That just screams just Instagram workout.
Yeah, no.
It's just an Instagram workout. It's flashy. It's not.
It's not even. You're just asking to blow your lower back out.
Yeah.
There's so many more effective ways you can load your hamstrings.
Way more
biggest
stable
L in
ways.
The world.
That's just it's all flashy. That's a get in the bin for sure.
We can both agree that it's in the bin.
It's in the bin for sure. If you do good mornings, you've been fooled by some Instagram like.
No one can convince me that
model or like some Instagram like fitness like model like man or woman that does good mornings. It's probably a woman, but
watch yourself.
And
you're playing with fire.
Look, you'd have to do it so light because of how unstable that is, so you wouldn't be able to load it properly. So
it's just that's an
L movement. If you're doing good mornings, like good for you, but it's an L movement.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, the next one. Mm-hmm. Next is the best one.
What is it?
It's hip thrusts.
Oh.
Goated straight away. Goated. No, don't. I don't want to hear it.
See, I'd say top tier.
There's no point for arguing.
I feel like every woman in the world would say it's goated.
It's so goated.
The machine or setting up with the barbell?
Oh, the machine.
The machine.
I don't like setting up with the barbell.
No,
just because I'm lazy. It's so difficult.
It's so much more effort for what? Nothing. It's going to do the same thing as the machine. And it's more comfortable and more stable. Why would you not do the machine?
Literally.
But
no, it's goated. It's so goated.
I can say there's not like a more iconic sort of. Oh, well, there are, but it's a pretty iconic sort of machine for leg day. Yeah, I guess.
So good. I love it.
It'd be a hard debate for me to not say that it's in the top. So we'll allow it. We'll allow it because Grace is here. We'll allow it. All right. What's the next one?
Goblet squat.
Is that the one?
That's the one that you didn't know what it was.
It's like it's just a squat and you hold the dumbbell.
You hold the weight at your chest.
Okay. It's not bad.
They're so satisfying to watch other people do.
Well, I remember we've done them before and it's not horrible.
I will goblet squat over back squat any day of the week.
No.
Yeah.
See, that's just I don't know about that. It's too like. A goblet squat's like a hit, sort of like they do it in a class, sort of like, all right, guys, grab your 10 kilo dumbbells, time to goblet squat. It's just, again, it's like another flashy thing. It's
not a flashy thing. It's a squat variation.
It's a good thing if you're doing it as a drop set. If you're doing goblet squats as its own thing and over like a leg press or any sort of other squatting form, like I don't know what you're doing. Because it's a good burnout. That's what we'd superset it with something. It's not something I'd recommend doing on its own. Like just, I don't know. Maybe if you're starting out or you're in a class and they're telling you to do it's like
I used to do
very F45-ish.
F45.
Yeah.
No comment.
And Grace has got trauma.
No comment.
Anyway.
Stop, I can't actually.
I'd say it's pretty meh, to be honest.
No, I reckon goblet squats are solid. I used to do goblet squats all the time.
Nah.
Literally, back in the day, I used to do them all the time.
My legs
never grew massive from them. But
that's what I mean. It does burn when you do it with something else. Like it's just a squat at the end of the day. Like you may as well look. I'd say it's meh for sure. It's meh.
I reckon they're kind of solid.
It's just very.
What are we putting it in? Are we putting it in meh or solid?
We allowed you to. Can we put it in meh? Because we put hip thrust in goated, so we've got to put this in meh at least. It's a bit meh. It's a bit meh. Whatever. If you do it, you do it. I'm not going to judge you for doing it because I've done it and it's all right. But it's better. There's way more movements out there that are just better than it. Like way better.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
all
next
right.
one.
Next one is hack squat.
Hack squat, or this is goated. I reckon hack squat is goated.
No, well, I've never actually done a hack squat
proper because we have a linear hack squat.
I've only done a V squat and a linear hack squat. And not gonna lie, they both suck.
If you know what a linear hack squat is, you'll know that it's rubbish. And unfortunately, that's the only hack squat they have at Raymond Terrace Anytime Fitness.
Stop calling out the terrace.
It's just, look, guys,
let's
invest in a better hack squat, the shoulder supported hack squat, please. Sell the linear because it's rubbish and it's so unstable and it's just not right. It's really uncomfortable. You can't get deep on it. Yeah. It's just really, it's not a good, they're good for calf raises and then that's it. Like it's just, you can't load it up because it's just, your back's not supported. Your lower back and your ass is and you're seated up. If you know, we'll put it up on screen what a linear hack squat is.
It could be better.
Really, it's not a good It's not a good machine. But in saying that, I will hack squat every single leg day if we had a proper shoulder supported one, because it is a good machine. I'll
trust you on this.
It's a good machine. It's you can get deep with it, and it's just your leg support. It's better than a squat.
Every time I've seen anyone hack squat, it's so good to watch.
It
looks like it
top tier movement
hits.
I reckon it's 100% goated. It's got to be in the top tier, because it's way better than like, it's just a really secure squat. You feel really good.
I don't like machines. There's so many like machines where you can't hit depth for legs properly. I find.
And hack squat allows you to. A hack squat allows you to. That's why it's really good.
That's good then.
You'll be able to see it when Jaden and Jade watch this episode, and then they go, oh shit, we need to get a real hack squat. And then they'll buy one.
And then I can try it.
Yeah. They're really good, but it's unfortunate we don't have one. Anyway. Goated. Hack squat is goated.
Anywho.
Next one.
Soz. Oh, it's Lewis's fave. It's incline leg press.
Okay. It has to be goated again.
Yep.
Tom Platz, right, the legend himself, took an L when he said that leg press is an inferior movement to squats, because it's just not.
Explain, please.
So there's like a couple, like you've probably seen it on TikTok. He's got a thing going around when he's talking about, because Tom Platz is the leg king of bodybuilding.
Who's Tom Platz?
The guy with the massive legs. Look him up. Is he the one that does Tom Platz?
Is he the one that does like 5-minute leg extensions?
Yeah. He did 5-minute leg extension sets, but he used to like absolutely cook his leg on this list, because it's just no resistance when you run. I get like sprinting and stuff, but still, like, that's just not what I'm wigging out why that's on here. But
it's immediately getting
the bin. Yeah. Look, it's not. We're not dissing cardio.
No, respect to anyone that does cardio,
but.
Because I just hate it so much. And I know a lot of people that do cardio are like on prep and stuff. And like...
Cardio is not what we're knocking. We're knocking it says leg exercise tier list, and there's running on here.
Well, I was knocking cardio because
I hate
cardio.
Yeah, we don't do cardio.
I personally hate cardio, but I don't hate cardio.
Probably should get back into cardio, because...
you can.
We've been to the baths a couple times, and I've swam about halfway and I'll die.
The only cardio I'd probably do is swim, which is really ironic because I can't swim.
I hate swimming. I hate doing swimming for like exercise.
My cardio should be you teaching me how to swim.
Could do that.
That would be so fun.
That would be good.
Okay, next one
is...
I'm choosing.
Oh, so you're just not going in order.
No, I'm choosing.
Okay, next one. Oh, wait. So, yeah, well, sorry, we put cardio... is in the bin.
We put running. Running is in the bin. Running's in the bin. Front squats. This is weird. Do you know this tier list doesn't have back squats? So I'm going to take this guy front squatting as front and back squats.
Okay, we'll just say, this is both.
Okay.
All right. Squatting is really fun, but it's also...
No, it's not.
It's also...
Squatting's the opposite of fun. I dread squatting. Even the thought of me doing squatting makes me want to turn around and go back home.
Careful. No, it's just an overrated compound movement, I reckon. I'll do it because it's showy and it's squatting. Like
it's showy.
It's just like doing bench. It's just showy and
okay, wait. It's not showy. It's a really good leg exercise.
It is. It's a good foundation.
But it doesn't need to be like the be all and end all. Like some people think it is. Like it's not the greatest.
You've got to have the most immaculate form whenever you see people doing it. Like, because otherwise you do have to have reasonable form when it comes to squatting if you're squatting heavy, because you can hurt your back. So
no, I just think sometimes like it's really good. But heavy squatting, the like risk to reward ratio can be a bit fuzzy, because you have to be like pretty solid to not risk injuring your back and whatnot.
But look, back squats are decent. Front squats are shit, but
front squats can get in the bin.
I reckon it's just unnecessary.
Front squats are so stupid.
So unnecessary. It's really unstable for no reason. Like, it's just, What is the massive difference with doing it on your back opposed to doing it at the front? Like, I know your stance changes a little bit, but really does it change much? Like, you know, it's just unstable for nothing, for no reason. Like, it's just really awkward too.
Yeah, I feel it, yeah.
Back squat is better than a front squat. I feel like
if you're going to squat, but you've got a back squat and you've got a back squat with like, you've got a back squat to perfection, sort of.
Yeah, it's because it's a compound movement. Your form has to be pretty smick for it to be like, and safe and also so you can progress on it.
Yeah, but I feel like you have to prioritize form over weight.
Well, if you're doing a compound exercise, yes, that's what some of these ones, the ones we've put in Goated, are pretty good for being able to if your form's not the best, you'll still be okay. You won't injure yourself because it's a machine. You still need like form, but form really on those comes down to depth, and that's it. Like it's because you're locked into something. It's hard to swing your back too much, or you can still, but it's a lot easier to fuck your form up on a squat than it is on the ones we've got in Goated at the moment. So I used to squat, but it's toxic because I got into the what everyone does when you get into the whole compound movements, so the king movements and stuff. And I was squatting at one point, and I loved getting heavier and heavier each week. But then, see, my form was shit, right? And I started getting like knee pain because I was too heavy on my toes. I was coming too far forward.
Yep.
I wouldn't sit back enough. And I didn't realize that was the cause. I just thought, it's just getting heavier for no reason. You know what I need? Knee sleeves. And I went and wasted like $80 on knee sleeves. They're good. I use them now still sometimes. They're okay. But like, there was the most pointless purchase ever because I just had shit form, was trying to cover it up.
I think squats are meh.
I'd say they're solid.
They're like...
I'd give them solid. It's middle tier. Middle tier. Met is a bit low, I'll say. Maybe, it's hard because we're including front squats.
It's solid because if you can bring yourself to do it, then I guess...
They're solid. It's a foundation movement.
I just don't
compound. It's
squatting.
I'll say it's solid. We'll say it's solid.
I'm so lazy. I don't like any of these just because I'm so lazy.
It's giving us PTSD. Trauma.
Okay. All right. Next one
is
Bulgarians split squat. Goated. Oh my god.
I'd give it top tier.
They are so shit.
They are. But they're so good. They could be goated or
no. Honestly, no.
You know what? I will rate it because there's variations you can do with it.
What do you mean? There's variations.
You can do it with one dumbbell, like a goblet squat thing. You can do it with two, or you can do it with the Smith machine, or you can do it with just a barbell in general.
Yeah.
There's a lot of versatility with it. And they do burn the shit out of your legs.
I'll say top tier. I'll move it down to top tier just because you just dread doing them.
I don't do them and haven't done them in ages. So I used to
reintroduce them back into my program. And I did them and they felt really amazing.
Good. Yeah. They're pretty good. When I do them, I actually prefer doing them on the Smith machine.
I like setting them up on the Smith machine, not using the actual bar as my resistance. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean? Oh,
like I'll set the bar to be my footrest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll set it at like a good height.
Wow, you'd be popular at the gym.
Yeah, sorry. Not sorry. It's just better that way. But Lewis was telling me when I was doing them this week that it doesn't matter too much the height at which your back foot is placed. No,
it's I learned that from JPG because I remember he said you legit could just get an Olympic plate, put it on the ground, and that's enough for the height. It's true, but because realistically it doesn't change a whole lot. Because at the end of the day, you're not trying to lengthen your groin and stretch. That's all raising your back foot would do. It's all just in your quad is what you're focusing on. So I'd say
in your glute.
And your glute, yeah, and your glute.
Yeah, I'd like to do
top tier. I could see an argument for goated, but
no, top tier just because they're so
I'm not running to do them, but only because they're really hard.
They're only top tier because you just dread doing them. Yeah, I reckon.
All right, well, so we'll give Bulgarian split squats top tier.
Top tier.
All right.
Next one, conventional deadlift.
conventional
RDL not or anything, an RDL. That's coming later.
I'd say it's a... Wait, for legs?
Yeah.
Get in the bin.
Get in the bin.
It's not a leg movement.
Get in the bin.
Deadlifts are not a leg movement. They're for starters, they're barely even like a back movement because they're I get you use your whole body on deadlifts, but it's just an ego movement, if I'm being honest. Like a conventional deadlift, especially when you see these sumo deadlifters, like, God, they're actually embarrassing themselves when they move it half an inch off the ground.
Oh, that's a whole other argument.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk about that when we actually... Why is deadlifts in this? It's not a leg movement.
It's not even meh.
It's not a leg movement. It's the same reason we put running in Get in the Bin, because it's just not a leg exercise you do to build your legs.
Deadlift.
Conventional deadlift. RDLs, which we're coming up to, RDLs and straight leg deadlifts are different. It's a variation of a conventional deadlift that does use your legs or targets and biases them.
So you think deadlift's like whole body?
Well, it's traditionally a lower back exercise if you're doing a conventional deadlift.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it's used for, not legs.
All right.
And as a back exercise, it's pretty low on the list as well, I'd say. It's honestly, it serves no purpose other than to just like, it's flashy.
Yeah, not gonna, yeah.
And it's just for strength purposes and because it's a compound lift and stuff.
I don't love
It's the worst out of the 3 compound lifts.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't love conventional.
It's the risk to reward ratio that everyone will bang on about.
True.
It's too much of a risk for the reward you get. The reward is you've picked up the weight. You've not actually benefited in hypertrophy and stuff. You've just benefited in the fact that you've lifted however much you've lifted.
Yeah, okay.
And that's it.
Interesting. Guys, let us know your thoughts on that.
I'm going to cop slack for it because
I know Lewis is going to cop some heat for that.
I don't really care, but if you deadlift, that's good for you. I can see why you do it, but it's just no. It's not a leg exercise. It's stupid that it's on the list. It's not a leg exercise. A conventional deadlift is not a leg exercise. Get in the bin. Next one.
I'll put it in the bin. All
right, next one.
Next one is lunges.
Like weighted or just lunges in general?
No, like weighted.
Both,
sure.
I guess.
Weighted.
I'd say it's...
I love lunges.
Pretty. I reckon I'd put it with goblet squats if I'm not being honest. It's pretty... I can see lunges are good.
No, I reckon lunges
mobility, they're good for mobility.
Lunges are solid.
I've got horrible balance butt, so I struggle with lunges.
Yeah, no, but they're really good butt.
I'll topple over. I remember when you made me do them once and I literally was struggling to lunge like a little bit because I just topple over.
No, lunges, I reckon they're a solid leg exercise.
They're a good stretch. I'd use them as a stretch or like just warm up with.
Oh, Lewis.
As an actual exercise. That's why it's the same as a goblet squat. I'd use the goblet squat as like a warm up.
Have you not ever done heavy lunges before?
It's another thing that you would superset something with. If you did leg extensions, you'd have your foundation, so your leg extension or something.
Lewis.
Then you would do lunges. You would do... No, you know what's a far better movement to lunges is Bulgarian split squats. So much better. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
But it's just better because it's stable and you can overload it more. You're not walking and you won't fall off balance.
You don't have to walk to lunge.
No, well, then it's just a Bulgarian split squat at that point, is it not?
No, it's a lunge.
Oh, you've not raised your back foot a little bit, so it's a lunge. What a load of.
It's a lunge.
It's...
I'm putting lunges in solid because they're hella versatile.
Yeah,
they are.
But then I'm wigging out how goblet squats in meh because they're on the same level. Because
you put goblet squat in meh.
Well, it's staying there, but
and lunges are staying in solid.
Well, okay, we'll put it in solid. I back it for meh, but we'll just do it for Grace. We'll say it's because she does do like lunges sometimes, so.
Love a good
I don't want to offend her. I don't want to offend anyone doing their lunges out there.
That's right. You won't offend me.
All right.
This one's cool.
Next one.
GHD. Oh, what do they call them? Back. Oh, what are they called?
Is that the one? It's the one.
Back extension. It's not back extension. It's like.
It's where you do your glutes, right?
It's the GHD, glute hamstring developer.
Oh, but is that what it stands for? Glute hamstring developer?
Yeah. Huh. But they call them hyperextensions.
I'd say it's all right. I've done it before for glutes, and it's
I feel like
solid.
they can be tricky, but you have to sort of get your setup right so that you feel it in your glutes.
And you've got to like round your back, which is one thing you've just like.
You can. There's a bit of like debate whether that's actually like makes it more, whether it really makes a difference.
I'd say it'd activate your glutes more, less of your back, even though it's weird rolling your back a little bit.
Yeah, but I know you see people really exaggerate the like the flexed upper back, and
I think it's maybe do it naturally. Whatever your back goes to naturally, that's where it should be.
Yeah, I feel like a little bit of like, I don't know.
This isn't
rounding
at
the shoulders.
This isn't exercise advice, by the way. We're just whatever you do is right.
Keep doing it. You're doing well. But I reckon hyperextensions are pretty good if you can get the setup right.
Solid. I'd say it's solid.
They're pretty good. They can destroy your hamstrings.
I'd say,
and they can destroy your glutes.
It's hard.
Too.
I'm biased because I don't do glutes, so I'm instantly never going to put a glute exercise higher than solid.
I don't know.
But I could see there's nothing really that does your glutes that could, do you reckon, top it? So you could put it top tier.
No.
What do you reckon would top it?
Bulgarians top it.
Okay, I suppose. All right. Well, in that case, we'll put it solid.
I reckon it's solid. I don't reckon they're better than Bulgarian split squats.
I'm surprised you didn't try and get it in goated or something. I know you love doing those.
They're not bad. They're a bit, how you going sometimes, but because you really have to. I struggle to sometimes get the setup where I'm like exclusively feeling it in my ass. It's a bit funny, but I do enjoy them. So I'm gonna say solid.
Yeah, we'll say solid. I can vouch.
Now, here we go. Seated hamstring curls. Goated.
No. Goated. Okay, no. Goated. No. It's top tier. No, all right. I don't care where you put on the list, but just know it's top tier. It's not
so good.
It's not as good as doing it laying down.
They are like the lazy person's dream, and I'm the lazy person.
Doing it lying down is the lazy, but I've nearly fallen asleep before or just laid there because I'm laying down. Are you kidding? Doing it lying down is better.
No, these ones you're just like sitting in a chair. Oh my god!
Look, you can put it wherever you want, but it's top tier. I'd say it's top tier.
Just because
doing it lying down is just better. That's all.
It's just not.
It's still a really good movement. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my god!
It's still. Oh, you've got heaps of battery. Don't worry. It's still a really good movement. Like, don't get me wrong. It's still a really good movement.
It bangs.
But
I rate it.
It's not as good as doing it laying down.
I look forward.
Doing it prone.
I look forward to going and doing seated leg curls.
Just because you can just chill out.
Yeah, that's probably one of the few exercises in the gym that I actually will look forward to doing
it lying down because it's just you're lying down. If you're arguing for that reason, it's better just because it's lying down.
No, it's better because you're seated, and it's just there. I feel like my hamstrings are so isolated when I do it. It's so nice.
It's top tier.
I feel it nowhere else but my hamstrings.
It's top tier. I know what you mean. Yeah, it does isolate it, all right. But it's just a bit more.
Exercise.
The next one.
Calf raises.
Goated. Yeah.
Well, I have to.
Yeah.
What else do you do?
Can you do for calves? Yeah, it's essentially there's all sorts of ways you can do it. Standing up, seated. I reckon seated's better, but I know you need to do variations of it.
Fun fact: seated works your soleus more
than
standing.
What's the other one?
Standing's like primarily your gastronomia.
Yes, that's it. All right. Yeah, goated. I feel like there's not much more of a debate because what else are you doing for calves? Nothing.
Literally.
So, and it's pretty good. Don't skip calves, by the way. If you're skipping calves, bozo.
Don't do a me.
Clown. All right. Next one.
RDLs. Top tier. I'm not going to put them in goated.
Even though, yeah.
Fuck my back up.
Yeah, that's because it's a deadlift variation. You're still going to use your back. But they're really good on hamstrings. Holy shit. I love doing them now. Never used to do them. I used to just exclusively do leg curls for hamstrings. But now I've started doing this on top of it, and it's so good.
They give you insane.
By the time I get to hamstring curls, I struggle, and that's good because I know that I've done it properly then on like RDLs or straight leg deadlifts or whatever we're going to call it. But it's No, it's good, and you can. It's just like you see, like you just watch yourself in the mirror if you do it in front of the mirror, and it's just nice to watch. Like you pull it up. It's really satisfying to do. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's I would say top tier. But all right.
So cute.
Next one.
Next one is step ups.
I'd say it's a bit of a get in the bin.
I'll say Met because I mean if you
step ups,
if you do them and do them right, they're good for your glutes.
Another F45 movement, but
no, you can
Instagram movement. It's just who's doing step ups in the gym if you're not in a class.
Look, all of the.
I'd say
you're gonna get your people are gonna come for you.
Why?
Because there's a lot of people that do step ups.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get all the mums and stuff that go to F45.
It's not an F45
6 in the morning.
Movement.
Go.
You can load them.
My step ups.
You can load them and you can load them heavy to work your glutes.
I suppose, but we'll leave it in there.
I wouldn't do them.
Never
personally.
done a step up. The only thing I'd walk upstairs is my step ups.
But they're not horrible. They're not horrible. So we'll say Met.
Yeah, we'll say Met. What's the last one?
Nordic hamstring curls.
Huh?
Nordics.